Yeah, what's going on? My favorite show is back, Game of Thrones. Let's talk about it, man. I see the screen kind of jumping. Hopefully the video ain't gonna be lagging too much. Seem like every time I got a real important video I want to do is lagging. But follow me at Loch121 LOCH121 everywhere. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all that. Check out the links in my description for my music and music videos and whatnot. But let's get into this Game of Thrones season 7, episode 1, titled Dragonstone. Woo! They started off with a bang. They not playing, you know what I'm saying? We only got 7 episodes this season and they not playing. It's about to be action packed, so let's get into it without further ado. Uh, we see um, we see Walder Frey giving a speech, which is kind of confusing because we saw Arya kill Walder Frey. But if anything, you know that Arya is a faceless man, and I picked up on the fact that that is Arya giving the speech. So he didn't set up the whole Frey clan to drink poison and die. You know what I'm saying? Making up for the red wedding. And he tells the young wife, the North remembers, tell them winter came for House Frey. Love it. I'm loving this episode already off the rip. So we see the White Walkers and they're walking, and surprise, surprise, the White Walkers have at least 4 giants. So ain't no telling what else they got. We know they got horses, and we know that they got giants now. So that's how that's going down. Then we see that actually that's a vision that Bran is having. So we don't know if that's the past, the present, the future. I'm guessing it's either the present or the future, but I don't know. But they're coming. You know what I mean? Bran and Mira arrive at the wall. Edison, the new Lord Commander, lets them in. John has a meeting. He says we need to get the dragon glass. All the Meisters need to get dragon glass. We need everybody in the North from 10 to 60 to learn to fight and be practicing. And a guy protests, like, should we put uh, something? Should we put weapons in our granddaughter's hand? And then Lady Mormont, the Queen of Etherness, come in and say, we ready for war. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna tell me how to run this, how to protect mine. So she whipped it. She with all of it. She with the funk. She wants it. So let's see what's going on up in the room. People only come in when I'm about to leave a lot of the time, which is hilarious to me. But I guess that's because I don't really give alerts sometimes and I just do it. But anyway, John, he has the meeting. Lady Mormont is like, yo, we ready for war. John asked the wildlings to man East Watch by the sea, which is a place that the White Walkers could try to get past at a castle. And Tormund, or whatever his name is, I believe it's Tormund, he agrees and he like, I guess we're the Night Watch now. Somebody wants to tear down the Umbers and Karstark's castles because they sided with Ramsay during the Battle with the Bastards. John is like, no. Sansa is like, we should give those castles to people who helped us. But John wants to give the castles back to the children of the Karstark and Umbers because we like, I don't want to blame the child for the sins of the father. So he makes them pledge to the North, pledge to Jon Snow and the Starks, and they say, they pledge now and always the 2 kids from those families. John and Sansa have a private convo, and she like, those people respect you, but you have to play the politic game. That's why Robb and Ned died. So basically, she thinks he's being soft on the Karstarks and the Umbers by letting the kids have the castle and letting their family still rock after their fathers, picked to go with the other side. So boom. And basically, she like, watch out. I kind of agree with John on that decision, though. At least, like you said, the North needs to band together because death popsicles are on the way. Cersei sends a letter to John and Sansa and says, come bend the knee or suffer the fate of all traitors. Sansa is like, Cersei kills everybody who go against her, who crosses her. John is like, you sound like you admire her. Earlier in this conversation, though, she did say he was acting like Joffrey, like nobody could tell him nothing. And he took offense to that. So, he kind of threw this back at her. And she did say, she learned a lot from how Cersei moved or whatever. So we see Cersei dressed up like Pinhead from Hellraiser, as well as a Nazi and as well as Darth Vader, but definitely Pinhead. Whoever made those dresses, the dressmaker is at fault for all those people dying in the church thing because they had to know death was coming when she made that dress, or whoever made that dress had to know nothing good is going to come from making this dress right here. It says evil. All right. So, yes, she's dressed up. She has a map of the world, or at least a map of Westover's drawn, and she talks to Jamie. And Jamie is saying basically that he believes that well, first Cersei says that Tyrion is with Dany, our little brother, and she asks where they would go. Jamie figures Dragonstone because that's the Targaryen's old house, and only Blackwater Bay separates them. They're really close to King's Landing at this point. I don't know why they don't just go, but anyway. Jamie is like, we can't really fight because winter is coming. All our allies who grow food aren't our allies anymore. The Tyrells, other people, and it looks like we're on the losing side. And he says the only 3 kingdoms at best out of the 7 is rolling with the Lannisters. Then, like, we never talked about our kids being dead, atonement. And Cersei was like, man, this for us, fuck them kids. Tommen betrayed me. Fuck that motherfucker. And then he like, who are our allies? He like, the Freys are useless. Cersei called him an old coward. And then they like, we need allies. And she says, you think I listened to father for 40 years and learned nothing? So she invites the Gravejoys to King's Landing. And Jamie calls them angry, bitter, angry little people, hilarious and not trustworthy. And Cersei says, he came for a queen, meaning Euron. Euron wants to marry Cersei. So Euron sees Cersei in the throne room and says that basically his nephew and his niece had stole all his ships and that they should fight together. They got the same enemy. He moves closer. The mountain the mountain moved closer. Don't mess with him. Jamie says that Euron burned down the Lannisters' fleet at Casterly Rock in a rebellion years ago, and Euron said it was glorious seeing Jamie cut down his own family. He's sick. And then he went into exile after that. But he like that made him the best captain. And he like the Iron Fleet is the best fleet, the greatest fleet, and he wants to marry Cersei. He says he always wanted to marry the most beautiful woman in the world. And he like, here I am with 1,000 ships and 2 good hands to find those titties and pussy with. And she says no. And she's like, you're not trustworthy and you murdered your brother. And he says, you should try it. Feels wonderful. And I didn't know if he was referring to Tyrion or to Jamie, but it was a funny situation. You know what I'm saying? And he says that he's going to bring her a gift and he won't return until he has it. And he won't return without a priceless gift. Now, while I'm thinking Tyrion, I'm thinking anybody affiliated with killing Joffrey or the children, which, it could be a couple of people, but I'm going first with Tyrion, second with Dany herself, third with the chicks at Dorne because they killed Marcella and, they've done some dirt lately to Cersei. And she knows that they're enemies, you know what I'm saying? So Sam is in the Citadel, which I now call the Shittadale. I mean, These motherfuckers have sick people who vomit and shit in bowls. Then they clean out those same bowls and eat something disgusting that also looks like shit in those same bowls and wonder why people are sick, you nasty motherfuckers. So the Citadel is now the Shitadel. That shit is like hell on the show Preacher for Sam. You know what I'm saying? Basically. Just over and over, doing the same shit. Nasty shit. About to throw up. So the Archmeister that he needs to get into the locked room, the restricted room of the library, because he needs to learn how to kill White Walkers because he saw them. The Meister is like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. Death popsicles are coming. Death is on the way. But we always think the world is ending. No big deal. The wall will protect us. Not. Get it together, Arch. You're an idiot. Podrick is training with Brienne, and Tormund walks up, and while she looks away, Podrick kind of hits her on the shoulder with his sword, and then she kind of hits him and shoves him down on the ground, and Tormund is like, he's a lucky man. Tormund, he wants that puss bad. Peter is talking to Sansa and asks, you know, what would make her happy, and she says, peace and quiet, shut up. And she also says, no need to seize the last word, Baelish. I assume it was something clever. Oh, that was great. That was great right there. Because you know Baelish always got something slick. Brienne walked up. She like, why is he still here? And he like, you know, Sansa is like, he saved us with the veil. And Brienne says he wants something. And she says she knows exactly what he wants, which I assume is the throne. That's what he says he wants, with her as the queen. Next, we see some soldiers from the Lannisters singing, and it's the singer Ed Sheeran or whatever Sheeran. I don't know his last name, but he is a famous singer, and it's about 6 or 7 soldiers, and Arya comes by on a horse, and she comes by. They offer her some food, some rabbit. She eats the rabbit. They're talking about how King's Landing is a shithole and how they hate being soldiers, basically, and daughters take care of their fathers. They give her some blackberry wine to drink, and they ask what she's doing, and she says she's going to King's Landing. Why she's going to King's Landing? And she says she's going to kill the queen. And it's like an uncomfortable silence, and then they just start laughing, not knowing she's serious. Now, even though these soldiers seem kind of cool and not mean at all, they're still Lannisters. And I'm thinking that maybe, even though they didn't show it, the Arya still killed them and will use their faces later on to possibly try to kill Cersei. Thoros, Beric, you know, the Brotherhood Without Banners, I love those guys. And the Hound, they go to a house, and that house is the father and daughter from season 4, where the Mountain and Arya went there. They offered them food, and then the Mountain like beat them up or stabbed them or something and took his silver because he assumed they were gonna die anyway. So when they go in, they find that the father had killed the daughter and killed himself because they were starving. So then the Hound asks, you know, why does the Lord of the Light keep bringing Beric back, and basically says he's bland, average, and you ain't shit. I've seen greater men. Why you keep coming back? So, and Beric like, hey, I don't know. So then Thoros tells the Hound to look into the fireplace, look into the fire. And the Hound sees a wall of ice, which is the wall. He sees where the wall meets the sea, and he sees a castle. And then there's an Arrowhead Mountain, and the dead are marching, and there's thousands of them. And Beric asks if he believes they're here for a reason now. You know what I'm saying? I got questions about that, but okay. The Hound buries the father and daughter, and Thoros figures out he knew them, and maybe he had something to do with their death or something, and he helps bury them. Back at the Citadel, Sam and Gilly, Sam stole the key to get into the restricted area. And he's reading the books, and he's reading the books and finds out the Tars didn't even use the dragon glass to really kill White Walkers. They just used it for decoration. And so, and Gilly is also looking at a book about the long night and all that, and sees that there is Dragonstone under there is dragon glass, I mean, under Dragonstone. And Stannis had told him that at some point. I don't remember that. But he says that Jon needs to know that. And he does. So Jon needs to see about this dragon glass. Bam. Then we see Sam feeding the people in the cells at the Citadel, and a hand comes out, and it is Jorah, and he asks if Dany has been there, and Sam says he hasn't heard anything. Then we see Dany arrive on the shores of Dragonstone, the home of the Targs, the original home. It's a beautiful moment. Everybody is there. Varys, Tyrion, Lysandre, whatever her name is, with her sexy self. And you see the dragons, and they just fly ahead of everybody and start flying around the castle. And it is a beautiful and amazing moment, and all that. It definitely will make you have feels. You have to have a cold black heart to not get feels from this scene right here. The dragons, they look like dogs. If you free dogs in a park or in a yard or something, like, they just feel like they're just at home. You can tell that was their home. So Dany, she goes on the beach, kneels on the beach, touches the sand, leaves her handprint. And when you see the door, you see that there are two sculptures type things of dragons at the door. So it's like, yeah, we home. Oh yeah, Grey Worm is there. Yay for Grey Worm. So they open the gates, they walk in. It looks epic, man. They got the Mother of Dragon theme rocking. They go in, and it's way more beautiful than when Stannis lived there. Like, it was always dark when Stannis was there. It looks great, all these dragons, all this stuff. Dany takes down the Baratheon banner, Stannis's banner, and then they go and they open the throne room, and it's just epic. It's an epic scene, and it's this scene right here, actually. The first time she goes into the Dragonstone throne room and sees her official throne. And yeah, it definitely was feelings involved. Um, so yeah, they walk in, it's great, it's beautiful. Tyrion is there, he's looking around. They go into I guess the map planning, the war strategy room. And she like, shall we begin? Yeah. And that's where we end, with Dany back home in Dragonstone, ready to plan this ride. So a couple of, I don't know, questions, predictions, whatever you want to call it. What's up with the Iron Bank? They still want their money. Would they side with Dany or Jon? So I think Euron definitely wants either Tyrion, Dany, or the Sand Snakes. So, but I'm thinking it would be very hard to get Tyrion or Dany at this point. They are heavily guarded. So in the preview, we do see that the Dornish mother is kissing Yara, Theon's sister. Yeah. So did Arya kill Ed Shireen and those soldiers? And will she kill Cersei? I think she's capable of doing it. Oh, the trailer. Nymeria is coming back. Ooh, Arya is such a gangster. She's such a gangster. For all the questions about faceless men, apparently, yes, the body changes along with the face. It's magic. What is Dany waiting on? Just go. I guess she's waiting on something, but she could just go to King's Landing. Jon is gonna have to go see Dany. Somebody is gonna have to go see Dany about that dragon class. And then she has to learn about the White Walkers. Heard a couple of things, not really gonna speak on it, but okay. I don't really have spoilers. I've been avoiding them, but sometimes little things in videos come across. But I have no actual facts, nothing solid, and I've been staying away from the script that is floating around. I have not read it. I don't know and don't want to know. I actually want to see the episodes, and whatever. Cersei may use the White Walkers to kill her enemies, I'm thinking. What if she just decides to let Jon or Dany and them fight the White Walkers and hopefully die? Because she doesn't care. Does the mark on brand break the magic that keeps the White Walkers out? don't know, but a lot of people speculate that. A lot of people speculate that now they can come through since Bran came through. What other creatures do the White Walkers have? Now, there was a popular article out about ice spiders, but we do know they have giants. And a lot of people were wondering what happens if a dragon was to be killed. You know what I'm saying? Also, off track, George R. R. Martin has basically said that the people brought back to life by the Lord of the Light are whites for the Lord of the Light. I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if you can do the same kind of things, but the people who come back from the Lord of the Light seem to be a whole lot more able to move at free will and live. The dead, they're pure slaves. So I don't know if the Lord of the Light has a physical form like the Night's King. So when will Cersei and Jaime find out about the White Walkers? That's the other question. Why are the White Walkers walking so slow? Like they have no sense of urgency at all. I don't know why they walking. Will Tormund smash Brienne? I don't know. She still got the hots for Jaime. I don't know, man. In my background, right? Yeah, she definitely still has the hots for Jaime. So I don't know. The person who made Cersei's dress is at fault for all these murders. They had to know. They had to know people would die when they made these dresses. What did the mountain do to that nun? Other question, is the Hound a red priest now? Can he bring Barry back or can he be brought back? Why are the Meisters so dumb but so smart? They're stupid. Like the Archmeister needs to get his head out of his ass. The White Walkers are a problem. And stop eating out of your shit and vomit bowls. Stop doing it. Is there more wildfire? And what would wildfire do to White Walkers? Would Cersei marry Euron? But why would she? I mean, I feel like if she married Euron, that he would take away some of her power. And I doubt that she would do that. But, you know, it would be crazy if she did. What would he bring her? If the gift was that good, would she do it? I don't know. I don't know. Can't trust either one of them. What are we doing with Littlefinger? Will he tell Jon Snow about his mother? What is he going to do? I don't know. Where does the veil stand? Could Sansa get the veil away from Littlefinger, or will Sansa betray Jon? If you think about it, she kind of controls the veil through her control somewhat of Baelish, even though he's a pimp and we don't know what he's doing. You know, even players get caught now. Players get caught out there. But yes, man, Game of Thrones, man. I love this show. Favorite show on TV. I ask that you subscribe to my channel. I will bring this reviews to you like none other. Only the way Loch can. And I definitely am with the Team Stark, but much respect to Team Targ. Much respect. We run with the Targs as well. We have strong alliances with the Targs, and we're with it. And I'm Team Tyrion as well all day. Yeah, that's basically it. Shout to the L community forum because they're insane in there. They are serious about these thrones. You know what I mean? And I ask you follow me on social media at Loch121. That's LOCH121. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, all of that. Check out the links in my description. Check out my music. I do music, people. I don't just watch TV. And make sure you look at those ads because that's how I would get paid. You know what I mean? But yeah, for real though, definitely follow me, subscribe, like, share, comment, check out the music, check out the links. Check out my other videos and reviews. I'll be back with a power review, but I can't wait, man. I'm mad we only get 7 eps, but I hear these are gonna be action-packed, man. They're gonna be action-packed. Yeah, see where we going with this, man. This is gonna be a doozy. Game of Thrones. I'm mad that we not getting another season until 2019, supposedly. That's when season 8 coming out. They fucked us on that shit. Oh, they played us on that shit. But yeah, I'm out, man. I see, as usual, somebody came to watch me as I'm about to leave. That's what I get for not putting out that many alerts beforehand sometimes, but you could always rewind and go back and check out the whole video and all that. But yeah, man, Game of Thrones. I'm with that Game of Thrones action. Lots of questions, lots of things going on, man. I fucking love this game. And I'm out like that, people. I hope y'all have a great ass Game of Thrones day and all that. Team Stark all the day, every day. But like I said, man, respect to the Tars. Lego.